School. Kids spend most of their time here, but school is not as safe as it once was. Why is this, you ask? It's because of the danger some students might pose. The sad realities of school shootings are becoming more and more prominent in today's society. The likeliness of an event like this actually occurring in your school is very small, but it is always best to be prepared. Knowing how to stay safe could save your life and the lives of many others. The best way to stop a school shooting is to prevent one from happening in the first place. If you overhear others seriously discussing their plans to have a shooting, report it immediately. You should also look for an individual who may be acting alone as a shooter. However, there is no perfect profile of a school shooter because in reality, anybody could kill. But there are ways you can look for the warning signs. Researchers have found that killers do not snap, they plan. Far from being loners, the perpetrators are joiners whose attempts at social integration fail. They let their thinking and even their plans be known, sometimes frequently over long periods of time. Alienation or persecution may also drive many of the shooters to violence. Right before a shooting, he or she may seem more nervous or antsy than usual. They may be glancing at the door or their bag a lot. A number of the perpetrators also take antidepressant drugs. These have a history of producing aggression and violence as a side effect, which may be expressed in many ways. Potential perpetrators have an attack-related behavior that can be shown in different ways. One is called leakage, in which the shooters leak their plans or intentions to others, and it can take several forms. He or she may warn their friends to stay away from school, telling them not to come on a certain day. He or she may also brag about it to others, saying, for example, "Wait till you see what happens in the Commons tomorrow," and encouraging people to come and look. Another type of attack-related behavior is that the shooters may take many photos of themselves holding their weapons. They may also videotape themselves with guns prior to the attack. Other warning signs that aren't as clear but might catch attention would be an obsession with violence and violent media, such as writing, talking, creating projects, or oral reports about shooting someone. Of course, this does not mean that when a student writes dark stories, he or she is a potential threat. If a risk is identified, inform somebody, a teacher, a principal, or anyone else that you can trust about the shooter's plans. If a school shooting does occur, here are some things that you should do. If you're in a classroom and you hear gunshots, the teacher should immediately go to check the hallway and pull in any students that they can. Then, they should lock the door of the classroom. They should also have somebody call 911. When the police come to open the door, make sure it is actually them and not the shooter. Bullets may come through the doors or windows of a classroom, so the students should hide in the corners away from danger. Make sure to remain quiet and still until everything is safe. If you are in a hall or room and can see the gunman, run away in an unpredictable manner. If you are near the shooter, take cover behind a heavy object, such as a desk or a table. If there is nothing close, lie flat on the floor and don't move. When confronted, your backpack can be used as a shield. Carrying around all of those books has finally paid off. Now that you know what to do, here are some things not to do. First of all, don't be the hero. Trying to stop the shooter will most likely get you killed. Make sure you don't provoke the shooter, intentionally or unintentionally.
Come at me, bro.
Don't take the time to gather your personal belongings. You put yourself at great risk by trying to collect them. If you try to leave and get help, do not run or stand in an open area, as you could easily be targeted by the shooter. By following these tips and guidelines, you too can be safe in the case of a school shooting. Once again, your school can be considered a safe place to learn.